Hey there, long time no see since I made a video at least. School has just started the new semester right now, and I have a lot of work there, and I also have a lot of work at, where I actually work. So, but without that, let me just kind of talk about stuff that's recently gone on in comic books. One of them is that Brian Michael Bendis has joined DC instead of Marvel, and I kind of, I had a video planned for that, but it's irrelevant at this point. I feel like that, and mainly if you want to, look at a video that kind of talks about it, I might link a Professor Thorgi video in an annotation or something like that. If you don't know Professor Thorgi, he's a really cool guy that talks about comic books as well, and his opinion on that kind of reflected my own on there. Except for the whole him being the new Jeff Johns, and I don't want that to happen. But anyways, and I also know that the Disney bought Fox, so now the MCU is gonna have the X-Men characters, which are just awesome. So I'm really excited to see for that. But it's kind of the guy who's playing Wolverine now has big furry shoes to fill, because one of my favorite movies of 2017 was Logan, and that one was really good and everything. I even read Old Man Logan to prepare for that, and yeah, it's a really iffy situation. I really hope they pick a good actor. But next thing is, I have been reading and keeping up with Doomsday Clock, yes, and I know it's becoming a bi-monthly series, and it's going to get delayed a bit, and I'm kind of perfectly fine with that. You can't rush greatness, I think, and stuff. But anyways, and I've read the most recent issue before this, so I might talk about that later. And yes, I have been getting all the metal one-shots and tie-ins and everything like that. Yeah, let's go on to it. And I kind of want to talk about, or maybe even create a discussion in the comments about a recent comic that came out, and I kind of want to get this video out before the next issue comes out. So without further ado, let's talk about this. So the first issue I want to talk about is Batman number 39. And if you guys don't know it, or been living under a rock, Batman proposed to Catwoman. She said yes, so Batman and Catwoman are engaged now. This issue was actually continue off of a storyline that Tom King has been writing. And Tom King, and that storyline is called Super Friends. The first was Batman and Superman kind of reacting to this. And I highly recommend reading those two issues, because my favorite comics are when Batman and Superman are working together and everything. They're best friends. If you haven't seen that, go see Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. And if you still haven't seen that movie or animated film, go see it now. It's really good. It's kind of about that, and it did not end the way I thought it was going to end, but it's kind of continued. The Super Friends story is kind of continuing here, and it's off of the relationships that Batman has with the Trinity. And if you don't know who the Trinity are, they're Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. It's just very interesting. Like I said, I kind of want to talk about this issue, just kind of, go over it, maybe summarize it if you haven't read it anyways. So it's Batman, again, it's Batman number 39. It's written by Tom King, art by Joel Jones, color by Jordi Belair, and Clayton. I don't need that actually. So it's Tom King, Joel Jones, and Jordi Belair. Sorry, I'm reading it off the front page and everything. I don't know everybody's names off the top of my head and everything. So anyways, like I said, I'll probably sum it up first. Let me get started with that. So Batman and Catwoman, of course, are engaged and everything, and Wonder Woman goes to use the bat signal unknowingly to Commissioner Gordon, which is very funny, because Batman comes in, because she needs Batman's attention somehow. So Batman comes in, he said, "You could have just used League Communications," and and Wonder Woman replies with, "I wanted to try the bat signal," which was hilarious to me, at least. But anyways, and Commissioner Gordon leaves, and Wonder Woman says it's time. And something that it's time for is that Batman is getting suited up in a brand new suit, which and it kind of explained the situation to Catwoman, which, like, when they were doing their lead work, Batman and Wonder Woman found this guy who's been in war for thousands of years with these creatures. So Zatanna pulls him out, but Batman and Wonder Woman offer him a chance to, you know, be in to live again if he ever gets sick of it, and Batman and Wonder Woman will take their place. And he agrees to that, and that's what it's time for. This character is called the Gentleman. Very ironic nickname. I like it. But anyways, so Batman puts on his new night suit, I want to call it. It looks very awesome to me, but it looks ridiculous to even Batman himself, Catwoman, and Wonder Woman. I very much like it, though. But anyways, so Wonder Woman and Batman go off to this world and everything. Well, yeah, they go off to this world where the Gentleman even explains it when Catwoman is kind of escorting him, kind of being that girl to adjust him to real life and everything, what he's missed and everything. But, so anyways, to him, he's been there for thousands and thousands of years, just slaughtering these creatures, but he explains that it's only been like a day or 10 hours, I believe. It's something like that kind of situation and stuff. And I don't think they explained this where in the Batburger, which is, if you guys haven't read I Am Bane, Tom King introduced a Fat Burger restaurant in there called Batburger because of Batman's popularity in the DC universe and everything. And yeah, so anyways, they're there, and even the Gentleman says Batman is very popular here, and Catwoman says Batman is popular everywhere, which is very true. So anyways, I'll go on with that. So Batman and Wonder Woman are fighting in this like war world, I'll call it for now, and these creatures are, and they're just kind of like killing and slaughtering these creatures. Wonder Woman even says to Batman that like you miss her, don't you, and everything, and she knows that Batman is getting married to Catwoman and everything, so it's kind of like that, and she does all of this while like washing herself off from blood, and while Batman is fighting this creature, and just asks, do you need help? And Batman's like, no, I got it, and everything like that. But later on, they're in this world where Batman kind of has this one-up on Superman. Well, not really one-up. It's kind of an equivalent thing. Superman shaves by looking in a mirror and using his laser beams. Batman shaves with an axe. Weaponry, yeah. But anyway, it goes on to reveal that this Gentleman character is married, and Batman and Wonder Woman are asking themselves how long have they been there, and it's just them. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Sorry. It's just them together, Wonder Woman and Batman alone and everything. And Wonder Woman even says, actually, I like the outfit, the night suit, I'll call it. I might even post a picture somewhere here, somewhere. Batman even says like, yeah, and Wonder Woman says it's just you and me here together, and it seems like nobody's coming and everything, because the Gentleman is supposed to come earlier. I should probably mention that, but anyways, the Gentleman is supposed to come, and it seems like 10 years to them. And Wonder Woman says that he doesn't look that bad outside of the helmet and everything. And Wonder Woman and Batman just says, yeah, and they kind of approach each other and kind of get closer. And then they look like they're about to kiss. Yep, yeah, there's kind of the summary of it. I kind of spoiled the ending of it, and Batman number 39. So I'm actually a big fan of the Batman-Wonder Woman relationship. I grew up on Justice League the Animated Series, so that might be why I'm kind of a bit biased towards that. It's also been done in other Earths. I know it's been done in a Metal one-shot. I might talk about that later. But point specifically where I want to talk about that it's been done is Injustice, the comic series. And year 3 was the last issue that Tom Taylor wrote. The Injustice Gods Among Us comics, he's currently writing for Injustice 2, the comic book series right now. And what happened it was a dream sequence of Superman, and it was kind of like a what-if scenario if Superman saved Lois at the last second. So basically what I'll sum up of it is that, of course, Superman's daughter was born. Her name is Laura Von El. I don't think it's Von El, but her name is Laura, or Lara. Well, it's spelt like Laura Croft, and you pronounce it that way, so Laura. And anyways, so what happened is that she was born, and yes, that's a reference probably. That's probably a reference to the awful sequel to The Dark Knight Returns, the Dark Knight Strikes Again. But anyway, Laura was born, but before this, Batman took the Joker right after that moment to the GCPD, and in the Batmobile, Joker basically said, you know what, it's kind of hard to top that. I'm gonna have to try harder this time. And it causes Batman to snap Joker's neck and everything, and reveal his secret identity, and basically retire the role of Batman because he broke the one rule. So, and after that happened, it kind of went on with Laura's future and everything. What happened with that, you know, Green Arrow wasn't dead due to this misunderstanding. Of course, Nightwing was still alive. Well, Dick Grayson Nightwing. But anyways, what happened is that we see an old man Batman, and he has a mustache and everything, another reference to The Dark Knight Returns, and he's there, and basically Wonder Woman is there as well, and Superman just says, your wife or husband or something like that, to Batman, to Wonder Woman or Batman. I can't remember specifically what it was, because it's kind of hard to remember what you read so long ago. I should have read that to prepare for this. But anyways, so he says kind of that to him, and it's Superman in his head literally put Wonder Woman and Batman together, and kind of because Wonder Woman has the power to save Batman from himself. So, like I said before, I'm a big fan of the Batman-Wonder Woman relationship. They're also two of my favorite DC comic characters right there. And I kind of just like it in general. I also like Batman and Catwoman together, as said before. And I'm really, because there's kind of a history with Batman and Catwoman. There's 78 years, I think. Yeah, 78 years of history. Maybe even 79 at this. I think it's 79 years of history. Sorry about that. Because Catwoman first appeared in Batman #1, I think, and everything. So it's a really cool type of situation here that they're finally tying the knot together and everything. And we kind of already saw the Bat family's reaction to it. Now we're seeing everybody else's in this Super Friends storyline. And I kind of am very wary of what's going on right now, at least starting in Batman #30. Now, let's talk about what's going on. So I don't have any prior knowledge of it. I used to live in the dorms, and there was this kind of situation with with the best roommate there, where his girlfriend cheated on him. Kind of, I'm not at liberty to discuss or tell that story to, the public, so I won't. And it's not a scenario where it's similar to this either. I just want to mention that. And I'm not familiar to this because I've never had a girlfriend before, or had a date with a girl, or a date in general. As of filming this video, I haven't. So I don't know the situation. I mean, I've been in the friend zone with the girls, and just kind of at that point, I've just gone like, fuck it, we work better as friends anyway. And I wouldn't want to lose that friend anyway. So, and I mean, it's really hard to be in the friend zone. I'm pretty sure everybody has gone that. I mean, there's this girl at GameStop who likes comic books and plays video games. And I went to high school with her, and she's just really awesome in general and everything. But she has a boyfriend, and I think they've been together for 3 years now. And it's really fucking hard because she also likes comics, and she's awesome and everything. But I don't want to get in the middle of that. If she likes that person, go ahead, like them. If she doesn't like me, then whoops, I guess. But anyways, so let's go back into this. I think we lost track a bit in there. Like I said, I'm a big fan of it, but Batman is engaged to Catwoman, and Wonder Woman knows that Batman is engaged to Catwoman. Let's get on that point right there. So, like I said, I haven't been in that scenario at all. Maybe you guys have. Who knows? But anyways, it seems kind of weird to be in this kind of situation where it looks as if Batman is going to cheat on Wonder Woman. Batman is going to cheat on Catwoman. Sorry, kind of similar names, except not at all. So it kind of is in that scenario where like it's a big what if at this point, and I just like it's a very, like I said before, and I keep saying, it's a weird scenario, and I just don't know how to feel about it. Like I said, I like them both, but they're kind of like cheating on each. Like Batman, it seems like he's about to cheat and everything, and it's just kind of like it's just meh and all of that. So like, and I guess it's kind of the scenario of be careful what you wish for, because like at some part of me like wants it to be canon in the comic books and mainstream comic books, this Batman Wonder Woman relationship, but at the same time, if he's in another relationship, and I just kind of want that to happen first. It's just kind of that scenario and everything, and like I said before, maybe because I've never been in this scenario, but I think if you're dating somebody, you should just focus on that person and not cheat on them. I know this does happen to a lot of people, I guess, but like I said, you should be true to that. You're dating them for a reason, to be loyal and everything to that, and to them, and you should, you know, it should kind of be like that, and that's kind of how I believe it to be, at least. So if there's any like bumps in the relationship, maybe you should focus on that, trying to fix that, or do something else, not cheat on your significant other, because it's a very, very bad thing to do. Like I said, the best roommate I had kind of did that. Like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss that situation at all to the public, but I think I can say that this individual in Minecraft did blow up a house that I guess they spent hours building, of an ex-friend now. So yeah, it was that bad, if I guess if Minecraft was the thing to fucking go to. But so like I said, that it was kind of that bad. So I don't think you should be cheating on your significant other or anything like that. Or it's just kind of this very meh scenario. Like I said before, be careful what you wish for, because it might happen, and I guess happening, I guess in a way, it is what I'm kind of wishing for, but at the same time, not in the way I wish it was, because I would rather them be in a you know, Batman and Wonder Woman, if they were in a relationship in canon in the comics and everything, I would rather them have a relationship just that started off good, not one coming from a really bad place, because it can always come from that place and everything, because it just kind of seems like it's going down that road, and Catwoman is very like trusting of this and all that, and this thing, at least I think she is, because it doesn't look like she has any quarrels with Batman working with Wonder Woman, well, also because Batman and Wonder Woman are also best friends like Superman and Batman. But anyways, that's kind of my thing on it. But in other other than that, I really like this issue, besides that iffy ending, I'll say, because it's just written very well. It's very interesting, and I just really like it. Overall, I'm liking Batman run. Tom King's Batman run, even though Batman seems kind of robotic in it, and it kind of follows that Miller style of writing where he repeats things and everything like that. But anyways, what's your guys' opinion on it? I would like to know. Like I said, I want to make a discussion out of this comic, or maybe it doesn't have to be this comic or or anything like that. Maybe it just has to be kind of like a recent comic or anything kind of like that. Maybe that'll get me maybe I can do it like once a week or once every Wednesday when comic books come out, and yeah, maybe we can have that discussion on this comic book, what everybody's opinions are are, and just kind of like, I think it might be a good idea, but at the same time, I don't know. So, like I said, I kind of want to have a discussion about this. Maybe you guys have more to say. Maybe I do. Maybe I am wrong at some point. You guys can make me see a light or something. But, anyways, that's gonna be it for me, I think. So, hopefully, maybe next time we can have another discussion. Maybe even next week on a recent comic book issue or anything like that. So, see you guys next time, I guess. Before I go, as I said in the beginning of this video, I have been keeping up with the metal tie-ins and one-shots and everything like that, even the main series. I have all of them with me right over there. So, as I said before, I have been kind of keeping up with them. And I do want to talk about all the Dark Knights, even though it might not be, it might not be relevant at this point. I still want to talk about them because they're all so cool, and they're all kind of like have this uniqueness to them. But that might be done in like I said before, I do have other videos kind of planned and stuff. I had one planned, kind of this other one, this talked about Batman the Red Death, but I didn't get it out in time, and it was just kind of this very, like, I could sit on it and put it out now, or I could just, like, you know, not do it at all. But anyways, I kind of want to talk about them all in length, so maybe as an added bonus to this maybe weekly discussion of this comic book issue thing, I could, like, I'll talk about all of the Dark Knights together and stuff, and maybe rank them on that. Maybe that might be the next video, who knows. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time.